But do you remember when we used to go to the supermarket? It used to be an after-school job. Kids would go there. It was a place that everybody goes to the supermarket. Nowadays, it can be quite a dangerous place for the people working there. Woolworths is rolling out body cameras at all of its 191 stores this week. It's part of staff safety measures. The supermarket chain had trialled the cameras in 17 stores, and they said that the staff felt safer and reported that the cameras helped de-escalate conflict and abuse from customers. Get these figures. Woolworths has seen a 75% increase in physical assaults and 148% increase in serious reportable events in the last 3 years. Well, they've got to protect themselves. You don't think so when you're going to get the groceries, do you? Is this going to make them feel safer? Will it help? Rudd Hughes is First Union National Retail Secretary, and he's with me now. Hello, Rudd.
Kia ora.
Thank you for joining me this afternoon, Rudd. Who exactly is going to wear them?
My understanding is it'll be on the staff's lapels basically. So I don't have exactly the number of people who will be who will be wearing these, but there will be a significant number, and it may be that they'll put them on everyone.
Wow. I mean, this would be quite an expensive undertaking too, wouldn't it? I believe it's something like $45 million program.
Well, it's part of the $45 million. Yeah. They've put in a whole lot of stuff. I mean, we've worked alongside Woolworths. We've had a security working party, and a lot of the stuff that came out of that has been put into place. And things like trolley locks, upskilling staff to de-escalate. They've also put in some stuff around the identification of number plates for kind of serial offenders. Although that kind of gets circumvented by the fact that people will park away from the place, so you're not always going to get. But in fact, actually, Woolworths have taken this very seriously, and that's one of the reasons they came into a working party with us.
So I said in my intro that the ones that have been trialling at the moment, the 17 stores, the staff have said they do feel safer, and they feel that the camera helps de-escalate conflict. What is it seen more as? Is it seen more as now we will have on, video, we can report this to the police? Or is it when somebody starts to abuse the staff, they go, oh, hang on, I'm being filmed, maybe I better step back?
Well, it could be both those things. The fact is that Woolworths is one of the most surveilled stores in the country. There's cameras everywhere, and they might not necessarily be a reason for de-escalation, but it seems that they have seen some decreases. But when you look at globally the impact of body cams, there's mixed results. And quite often they're used in police forces, of course, and some are saying, well, there's definitely been a decline in physical assaults from both sides, actually, and abuse. But others have said that's been negligible. Not many have actually said it's gotten worse because of it. Yeah.
So Rudd, would you say? Do you feel confident that your members are happy with this, or is this a step that they're going, oh my gosh, we're not police, why are we wearing cameras?
No, I think I think one of the things that came out of the security working group with Woolies was they were absolutely keen on this. They wanted to see it happen, and if it's part of a constellation of different approaches to cut down the violence that's put towards our members, then we're probably quite keen on it. I mean, there's always kind of privacy issues, but Woolworths have been pretty clear that they'd only be used for investigations. They wouldn't be used for anything else, and I think that's quite comforting to both the staff and to the customers.
Would you like to see this is for Woolworths, of course, we're talking about. Will the union like to see foodstuffs follow suit, like your New World and Pack and Saves?
Funny you should say that, because I've got a meeting with foodstuffs next week about this very thing. So they are certainly looking to trial it as well. Because I mean, this retail crime stuff is right across the board. It's not just at Woolworths.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that we would say is that we would like to see more staff. More staff will probably lessen or people would no longer feel as easily emboldened to have a crack at people. So one of the things we would like to see is more staff. We think they're understaffed. We'd like to see, in-store security guards rather than the security guards for hire that they have. And we'd like to see those security guards there the whole time, every minute the store is opened, and actually before and after as well. Now that will cost. So, that's they have to look at. But if they've seriously got their workers' interests at heart, then they'll go for that.
Right, and those, you say more security guards. I mean, I see security guards when I go to the supermarket. What hours do they do now? You said you'd like them all the time. Are they just there in peak times? Or
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, they tend to be not there at the beginning and not there at the end of the shifts when it gets very quiet. But it's not a matter of more security guards. It's actually an in-house security team that they can work closely with around de-escalation, but also around ways in which they can cut down the amount of verbal and physical abuse. I mean, one of the things that we are looking at is a campaign they're running in Australia called Nobody Deserves a Serve. And, that kind of, putting that out there in front of the customers, I think will help as well, knowing that they've got this backing from the company and from the union.